here we are, popped into Kerbal Space Program. I am actually playing this after a bit of inspiration from an author that I follow on Twitter. Her name is Amy, and she hopped on Periscope tonight to play this game. I need to check my settings. Engineer's report. Nope. There have been some updates since I last played. It's been a while. Let's see here. But Amy, anyhow, was trying to get to the Mun, or the Moon, as it were. For anyone who has ever played this game, or actually who hasn't played this game. Okay, audio volume. Music is actually down quite a bit already. Let me check my broadcast here and see this game, or actually who hasn't played this game. Okay, audio volume. Music is actually down quite a bit already. Let me check my broadcast here and see this game, or actually who hasn't played this game. Okay, audio volume. Music is actually down quite a bit already. I want to check this and see how the volume of the music sounds. Actually, so I have to listen to my own broadcast. Crazy thing, I know. Music is actually down. And there was I want to check this and see how the volume of the music sounds. Actually, so I have to listen to my own broadcast. Crazy thing, I know. And there was I can't tell because I'm hearing the music from here. Oh wait. So I have to listen to my own broadcast. Crazy thing, I know. If I exit, and there was I can't tell because I'm hearing the music from here. Oh wait, I can hear the delay. So I have to listen to my own broadcast. Crazy thing, I know. If I exit, okay, that sounds pretty acceptable versus when I'm speaking. Because I'm hearing the music from here. Oh wait, that took a moment. Alright. So, apparently there are issues with my rockets that I haven't loaded in, I don't know, 8 months maybe? That took a moment. It's been a while. Alright. So, apparently there are issues with my rockets that I haven't take a look at these rockets. Let's see what I've got. Everything contains locked or invalid parts. Why is this? This makes no sense to me. I'm confused. This one has 8 stages, 6. Load. Tell me what's going on here, guys. Solid rocket boosters. Missing ladder. Landing legs and or wheels, but it does not have a ladder. Electric charge stored but not generated. Unused monopropellant resource. Interesting. Pardon me. Let's try a different Mun lander. Let's try number 2, and let's take a look at this guy. Whoa! Pardon me. Parachutes on engine stage, parachute issues, unused monopropellant resource. Well, yeah, because I, would like to recover my engines and not waste all that money. I guess that's what I was thinking back then. So anyhow, this is the current Mun lander that I have. If you look at it top down, you can see the asparagus configuration, these fuel lines. These tanks will go first, and then these will go next, finally leaving the center fuel tank, 100% full, by the time I leave the Mun. But let's look at some things here. This engineer's report. This is new. I haven't played this game in months, so this is interesting to see. What other rockets do I have in here? I have a whole bunch that have locked or invalid parts, apparently. Like, all of them. are apparently this way. Orbital, Orbit 1, Orbit 2, parachute test, space rescue. That sounds fantastic. Huh. Which way do I need to adjust the camera a little here? Boom. Okay. Various orbital tests, various small engine tests. So, a number of rockets in here. Let's stick with this rocket, but let's make the suggested changes. They don't want me to have parachutes on these booster guys. Let's stick with this rocket. Let's make the suggested changes. They don't want me to have parachutes. Like this big old thing here. I mean, this thing costs money. Mass, cost, size, engines. See? That thing costs $39,000. That's a lot. I mean, I know I have 3 million. You guys made... Yeah, you can see that there. There's some things up here missing because of the camera. Anyhow. And the fuel tank. Actually, it appears to be one piece. And the fuel tank. Actually, it appears to be one piece. Mammoth liquid fuel tanks. Unused monopropellant container, which is not used by or connecting to anything that requires monopropellant. Really? Huh. Is that this guy? Small inline reaction wheel. Nope. This guy. Maybe this is it. Oh, don't do that. Small inline reaction wheel. Nope. Maybe this is it. Got stuck there for a second. What are you? Weird. Control Z to undo that. Got stuck there for a second. I'm just gonna delete all that. Wow. Actually, let's, don't save. I want to revert to whatever I've got here. Okay. So it's advising I get rid of my parachutes on my engines. Okay. Parachute issues. This command pod has chrysalign but no parachute attached. Same separation stage. Make sure it is attached correctly. It is. I mean, it's attached to the reaction wheel, but make sure it's attached correctly. It is. Can I? Nope. It's attached to the reaction wheel, but alright, you guys are just gonna... That's weird. Okay, they're gone. Anyhow. Parachute's attached correctly, in my personal opinion. One monopropellant container, which I think is that. Anyhow. Chargeable battery bank. Nope. It's not that. One monopropellant container, which I think is that. So, here's the thing. This engineer's report, I just don't get it. This is new. I'm gonna save this guy. No. Oh, whoops. Clicking the wrong button. Okay. Load. Save this guy. Quick changes. Delete parachutes. Delete. Delete. Those parachutes, which are on that stage, which we're never going to use. Oh, we need to go up here and save. It's a little weird. Alright, we'll call this one 3. And then save. On that stage, which we're never going to use. Oh, we need to go up here and save. Let's see if, contains experimental parts which are not available at the moment. Stack decoupler, comms, DTS-M1, and a 6x Separaton. Huh. Contains experimental parts which are not available. Curious. Stack decoupler, comms, DTS-M1, and a 6x Separaton. Let's do this. Let's try a different approach. Because that was the campaign mode, if you will, where you actually have to go in and play the game. Quit to main menu. Career mode, that's what it is. It says it right there. Okay, let's go back. Do I have... Career mode, that's what it is. What is resume saved? Okay, let's go back. Do I have... Resume saved. Confused. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's do this all new. Go ahead and do career. Let's do this all new. Go ahead and do career. I'm gonna make a new rocket. Command pod. Utility. There's a lot in here under utility. Command pod. Parachutes. Actually, we need command and control. Where's our reaction wheel? Now let's do it this way. Advanced reaction wheel, advanced inline stabilizer. Actually, let's get rid of that. Let's use this one. Whoa, okay, nope, stick with what I thought I needed. Parachute. This one should fit. Perfect. Okay, now let's go back to our engines. Let's load in some. Nope, not that. I need... Where's all of my fuel tanks? Right there. Not big enough. This one. Boom. Okay. From here, we're going to... engines. We need a space engine for liquid fuel. And now, structural. Because at some point we will need to separate off radial decoupler. And let's make it by 4. Boom. Alright, fuel tanks. These guys need engines. Beautiful, look at that. Alright, now some structural. So we're going to need fuel tanks. And asparagus configuration. Beautiful, look at that. Alright, now some structural. Fuel tanks. Alright, it really doesn't like... Right-clicking here goes backwards, left-clicking goes forwards in terms of how many you need. Select the fuel. Oh, it's not gonna... Alright, you know what? Just gonna have to do them one at a time. Right-clicking here goes backwards, left-clicking goes forwards in terms of how many you need. Select the fuel. Oh, it's not gonna... Alright, you know what? Just gonna have to do them one at a time. Why are you so crazy? Oh, holding down Shift in the mouse wheel helps you zoom in. That's wonderful. Alright, connect there, connect there. Why are you so crazy? Come on, just, you know. Holding down Shift in the mouse wheel helps you zoom in. Connect. Alright, connect there, connect there. Why you make my life so hard? Oh, come on. Seriously? Come on, KSP. You're better than this. Why you make my life so hard? Oh, come on. Seriously? You I'm going to delete. What if I go here to here? Beautiful. Okay. Wonderful. Zoom out. Alright, continue our asparagus configuration. Beautiful. Okay. Zoom out. Check it from the top. So, alright, continue our asparagus configuration. I'm doing this thing with the fingers, so I'm following the fuel lines where they go. So it goes, these empty first. These still have fuel. They empty second. This is the last stage. Beautiful. Alright, so here's what's really interesting. So you're landing on the moon, or the Mun, structural utility. Or do we have landing gear somewhere in here? Here's what's really interesting. So you're landing on the moon. Oh yes, we do. We also have ladders. Oh, speaking of, I need to put a ladder. Well, he comes out of... Oh, yes, we do. We also have ladders. Oh, speaking of, I need to put a ladder. Let's double check that, make sure it's long enough. He comes out of... Sort of. Let's add another one just in case. Check the ladder, yep. Check the ladder. Another one just in case. Yeah, okay. That will get him to the surface for any EVAs, extravehicular activities. And... where's my landing gear? Yeah, okay. Landing struts is what I'm... these guys here. Okay. Make them by 4, stick them on... rocket just so, make sure they're lined up. Perfect. Now the remaining tanks will be these guys, so I am actually going to add a couple of more rocket just so, make sure they're lined up. Perfect. And the remaining landing struts just in case. I'm actually going to add a couple more. Alright. Looking beautiful so far. Aerodynamics, where is utility? We're on utility. Let's take some solar panels just in case. Beautiful so far, because we might need some power at some point. Figure 1 is good. It's going to provide... It doesn't say. Oh, right click to 1.6 charge per second. What about this one? That one is also 1.6. What's the difference between the two? 1 by 6, 3 by 2. Oh! So one sticks out really long and thin, the other one sticks out kind of rectangular. That one is also 1.6. What's the difference between the two? Right. Okay, now we have that structural. We do want to take, we need a stack decoupler. Not that small. Stack separators, Rockomax. Is this one the correct size? Sure, looks like it. Now for our booster stage. Rockomax brand adapter. That looks big enough. Okay. Fuel tanks. Now for our booster stage. Not that guy. This, however, looks appropriate enough. According to what I had on the Moonlander number 2. Munlander number 2. I keep saying moon. It's just a habit. I'm sorry, folks. You know, that's how it is. Solid rocket boosters. I actually prefer the liquid fuel because it's controllable. Oh, we need structural side. I actually prefer liquid fuel because it's controllable. Oh, we need structural side. Going for symmetry here, you know. Perfection of making sure you have the proper design. Yeah, close enough. And fuel tanks. Perfection of making sure you have the proper design. Yeah, close enough. And fuel tanks. Yes, we're gonna call it 3. We're gonna replace the other one. It's gonna give me a overwrite. Because I want to look at number 2 as a reference. Yes, we're gonna call it 3. We're gonna replace the other one. It's gonna give me a I did stack 2 on there. I used struts to secure the additional tanks, and then the. I am looking. Like, shouldn't it highlight and tell you what kind of engine this is? Oh. Right-click it, and then it'll tell you LVT-30, Reliant Liquid Fuel Engine. Okay. Shouldn't it highlight and tell you what kind of engine this is? Oh. Right-click it, and then it'll tell you LVT-30. So, these guys, let's delete those. Let's drop these a little bit lower. Sometimes it helps to look at this straight on. Okay, good. Add another set of tanks. Aerodynamics, because at low altitude it does make a difference, so we're going to add some nose cones. These guys, not so much, because you're only going to use them in space. It'd be nice if you had nose cones that you could eject once you were in space, I suppose. Not so much, because maybe I could attach. That seems complicated. I'm not going to go there. I was thinking of attaching stage separators on top with nose cones on top of those, and you could blow the nose cones once you got into space, so you could get rid of the weight. But honestly, the weight is 0.03. The mass, I mean. I was thinking of attaching stage separators on top with nose cones. Which, if you're getting any bow shock off of the command module and the parachute here, it's probably creating sort of an envelope that those will reside in. Where am I? Oh, we need more engines. am I looking for? The LVT-30, the Reliant Liquid Fuel. These guys, are these the steerable LVT series boost major container? LVT-30 Reliant Fuel. 45s are the swivel. Okay, so, well, let's stick with these guys. That's fine. They provide more output. Structural. Okay, so well, support these guys on the tank. Provide more output. Verify they are indeed attached all around. Great. Let's save this for a moment, because you always want to save your work. You know how it goes. Alright. Ladders, landing gear. These tanks won't be on there by the time we get to the Mun. Secured, secured. Let's see here. Structural. Just because. Let's bring this guy down a bit. Yeah, that's pretty close. Looks good to me. Now, we're not going to be doing any science, we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to the moon, landing, planting a flag, and coming back. Right? That's pretty close. Looks good to me. Now, I imagine this should be sufficient. Let's save our work. We're not going to be doing any science, we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to and double check it against version 2, which contains a lot more parts. Weird. Okay, so this one has additional science components. There's ladder, parachute. Oh, the lights. Lights are nice, actually, as it turns out. Oh, we need to configure the boosters as an asparagus configuration. Important. Don't forget. So lights and asparagus configuration. Because you want to make sure that center, this guy, stays fueled. Alright, fuel tanks is where they keep all that. Right click to bring that down to single symmetry, because we're going to force these tanks to do a specific, as they empty, they're going to go in a specific order. Now I'm singing along with the Kerbal music. Brilliant. What did you do? Shift and roll your mouse wheel to zoom in. And then click. No. Are you going to be picky? Really? Now? Ah, there we go. Okay, and I like to check from the top down so I can see. Okay, that one goes there, and then that one goes there. Okay. And then this one goes here, and this one goes here. Beautiful. Okay. What was the other thing that I was going to do? Oh, lights. Utility? This is a round illuminator square. Let's do 3 or 4. What do you think? Yeah. Well. And you can actually rotate them with your mouse keys, like the traditional WASD. Yeah. Okay, so now we have all these lights, because that's going to help when you land on the Mun, actually. Like, you'll be able to see the ground if you land on the dark side. But just generally in space, it also looks cool, like having lights. Save our work. Always save your work. Yes, it's very important. Oh, let's check our staging issues here. Let's see. Okay, so at launch, we want to release the scaffolding. We're going to fire those engines. That's the next stage. That's the main engine. We actually want this one, so click and drag it down here, because we want all these guys going off at once. Just saying. So, staging. We actually need to separate this. We're going to add, and then click once, and then you can, as you mouse over, you can see which one it's attached to. You might want to click them to unselect. So we have highlighted this guy over here, so we want to drag this one down to this new group. And then you have to do this all over again and unselect your connectors. In this case we want, that is the right one, which is in the middle here. Drag this guy down. So here's the thing, when we hit this stage, which is the spacebar, it's going to separate those two tanks, because they will drain first. They will empty first of all of their fuel in the asparagus configuration. I don't know who's made up asparagus. Somebody decided to call it asparagus for some reason. Okay. Oh, save. Made some significant changes there. Here we have engines, scaffolding, staging, those two, then those two will be the last. These engines are what are going to get us to the MUN. And actually, this one as well. We need to bring this guy down here. Alright, so all 5. That's a lot of engines. But, you know, for maneuvering and getting you into that orbit, you can need a lot of acceleration. Oh, and we need to do the staging separation here as well. Okay, so add another one there. Clicking on the plus. Again, unselect all these guys. Alright, which one is first? So we need this guy, which is... you can see it highlight over there on the right side. That's the second one here. Drag down, click these guys again, unselect them, and then you can... so whenever you mouse over... okay, the third one. And then just mouse over, look over, double check, make sure, because you don't want to screw this up in space. You don't want to have an Apollo 13 happening on you. Where you know, blowing stuff out and you can't actually land and you have to turn around and come back. The long way is what I mean by turn around. Okay, these stages... they're not going to separate at the same time. Notice how when I highlight this guy, so this guy actually needs to... we need another one below this stage. So we're going to drag that one all the way down to here. So when that separates... oh, no, actually we need to drag it to here. So we have separation and we ignite the engines for the lander, so we can actually get rid of that one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, let's save our work. Alright. Now, stage separation. Ignite these engines. That's what we're going to use for our main burn to get to the MUN. On our way there, we may need to eject a couple of fuel tanks, and then a couple of more when we leave the MUN. I've actually landed on the MUN with these 2 tanks attached. And then that way you have plenty of fuel in this last tank here in the middle. Oops, shift mouse wheel. Plenty of fuel here for the return trip home, so even if you screw up terribly, you can make some really gross adjustments to your trajectory to make sure you get home, and you don't lose a Kerbal. Alright, so I don't remember if I saved. I'm going to save again just in case. So this looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go to the launch pad. Alright, so I don't remember if I saved. I'm going to save again just in case. So this looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go to the launch pad. Oh, I probably should have done that too. Additional supports for that upper stage. You notice how it bounced? Oh, that's kind of scary. I probably should have done that too. Additional supports for that upper stage. How do I go back to Space Center? Oh, that's kind of scary. this is tricky. You gotta pay attention here, because structural deficiencies like that will tear your rocket apart either at launch or sometime during launch, and it's a bad thing, because, you know, it's just terrible. Okay, so, structural components, strut connector, let's go. Oh, we gotta zoom in. Shift, roll the mouse wheel. How do I want to connect these? Okay, so, structural components, strut connector, let's go. Let's just say from here to roll the mouse wheel. Whoops. Make sure you have the symmetry mode on, you know, the quad, because we do have 4 of them here, and boom. That didn't work. You're killing me, Smalls. Make sure you have the symmetry mode on, you know, the quad, so we have 4 of them here. Nose cone? Wow, that's impressive. I never would have suspected. Okay, save our work. Go to launch pad, and now clear the launch pad? Yes. Clear the launch pad. That's silly. That's impressive. I never would have suspected. And Jebediah done. Okay. Go to launch pad, and now clear the launch pad? Yes. Clear the launch pad. So at this point, what we're looking for is no bounce on the launch pad. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Minimal. There was like a little jiggle, which is fine. You actually, you know. Oh. Okay, everything's good. Let me see if I remember controls. Okay, control decreases, shift increases, X cuts the throttle, R turns on our RCS, which we don't have, but T, nope. What does that say? What about S? I'm trying to remember commands off the top of my head. I want SAS control. The stabilization. E? SAS. X. C. Oh, we're in the cockpit. I want SAS control. The stabilization. C, camera, takes us back out, takes us back in. Okay. What about Z? Full throttle. X kills the throttle. V does apparently nothing. F. Nope. G. T. R. Crash control system. But, oh my word. How do I turn on my stabilization? Not caps lock, not tab, not tilde. Am I really going to have to go out to keyboard? How do I turn on my stabilization? I can't tell. Uh-oh. It's got to be a key that's really close. R is RCS, which keeps you straight there. It's not T or Y or U. H, N, B, G, B. C is camera, X, throttle, full throttle, zero throttle, kill throttle. Alright, fine, we're going to the Googles. KSP, turn on SAS. Wiki, it says F. What? Distinction between SAS and SASAS, the advanced SAS. Stability Assist System. It says F. What? Distinction between SAS and SASAS, the advanced SAS. Toggled by default, the T key. Temporarily switched by holding down the F key. For example, if SAS is on, holding F will turn it off. So wait a second. Has no operational SAS modules. But it's right there! What is that thing? Oh my... This is killing me. Has no operational SAS modules. But it's right there. What is that thing? Oh my... Yeah, I agree with you, Bezmeister. But it doesn't seem like I'm getting this error message here. Okay, I have a ghost. It's knocking things over, apparently. But it doesn't seem like I'm getting this error message. The landing gear deployed. Let's pull those up. Okay, I have a ghost. It's knocking things over, apparently. So... landing gear deployed. Alright, I am gonna go... Space Center. Let's look at this silly thing. Figure out... what's going on. Alright, I am gonna go... Space Center. Let's look at this silly thing. By the way, welcome. I didn't know you were here. Thanks for chatting. What's going on? Alright, zooming in. Reaction wheels active. Yeah, advanced inline stabilizer. Thanks for chatting. So it should be working. Like, whenever. Alright, well, clear the launch pad. I can't, that's weird. Alright. So, not Bill. Who is it this time that we're launching? Jebediah. Perfect. Alright, well, I'm going to turn on Arceus just for the hell of it. Look at that! It's working now! Oh my gosh. It's like... Yep, F. Yep. T turns it off. F is the temporary, momentary... Alright, fine. Maybe that's all I needed to do. Look at that! It's working now. Alright, throttle's currently set at 50%. Let's actually go full throttle for the moment. I don't need RCS because I don't even have it, but yeah, go! Brilliant, look at that. We're off. Heading to the moon. Moon. Let's check our velocity. I don't need to be going that fast yet because we haven't broken through the barrier. Target altitude, as I recall, is 10,000 meters? We're still even going too fast. Oh, I need to separate some tanks. Huh. I need to pay attention over here. My liquid fuel tanks. Still going too fast. Wow. I think the target's 150 until you get to 10,000, and then you can just go all out. But you also, that's when you need to go to start your roll. I think the target's 150. So we push over. Not that far, not that far, not that far. Oh. Wow, that just went south really fast. Okay, so... slow the rotation. Hey, we're still gaining altitude. Really weird. Really fast. Oh boy. Okay, so... reaction. SAS, put that back on track. Wow, I don't even know how that... I am just... that boggles my mind. Look at that. We are going supersonic already. What are we doing here, altitude-wise? Wow, I don't even know how that... I am just... that boggles my mind. Look at that. That looks like a stage separation there. Huh. This is pretty wild. Hang on there, old Jebediah. Let's check our map. Apoapsis is approaching. Alright, beautiful. How far off are we off of? We might need to make some adjustments before we get to the Mun. Although it doesn't look like we're off much. Maybe half a degree, 1 degree? Cruising! Let's get our horizontal vector. Stay on target, stay on target. So, our inertial indicator shows we're still not going completely horizontal. We're gaining altitude. Check the map. What's our apoapsis? 122. I'm actually going to drift here for a moment and let us get closer to our apoapsis, because 126 is pretty high. We can flatten that out with our horizontal vector. Once we get there, we've definitely got some orbital speed. Plenty of fuel left. You'll notice these two tanks are draining pretty quick, which are those guys. If you right click on a tank, you can see what the fuel content is, the oxidizer, liquid fuel, etc. And there's the Milky Way. Such a beautiful sight. Oh, hey, let's turn on our lights. Boom. Look at that. Lights. And then there's the Death Star. I mean, the Mun. Let's check how we're doing here. So, 2 minutes to apoapsis. I love that giant crater there. It looks just like the Death Star. That's kind of hilarious. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Jebediah, let's check inside the cabin here. Instruments are indicating, you know, what they're indicating. Vertical speed indicator is showing greater than 100. It's like instruments are indicating, but we are slowing in terms of altitude. We're slowing in our orbital speed. I'm going to give it a little throttle. You notice the throttle over here moves. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it, this game. It's amazing. Alright, let's go ahead and go full throttle for a second here. So we're approaching apoapsis, that way we can really stretch out our horizontal vector. Just checking for parity among orbits. We're going to be off a degree or so. 2 tops. Alright, I'm going to kill the throttle again, save fuel, wait till we get closer to our apoapsis, because now we're 2 minutes out again. But look at how much the orbit has expanded, or the trajectory. We're not in orbit yet. Orbit would be a full circle. So currently we're still just a ballistic trajectory. Which is fine. We're going to get there. We got some debris. Those are, you know, engine stages. Also, we need to adjust down here on the ball, so we're going to turn off our SAS for a moment. Get horizontal. Now we're going to hold steady there. Look at that view. It's kind of pixelated. Low graphic textures, low resolution textures. But, you know. Oh, there's a galaxy over here. It's kind of pixelated. I am curious. Yeah, let's turn that on. Let's see that. Oh. Before we get too far out, let's deploy our solar panel, because I am using power from the lights. And that, you don't want to run your battery dead. Just saying. Alright, we're getting charged. We're good. It's a good thing I caught that when I did, because that would have seriously undermined everything. No, let's turn off our lights for the moment. Speaking of, there it is. Okay, there's the sun. Oh, let's check our approaching apoapsis. Full throttle again. So you see our speed, 1900 meters per second. That should get us out to, get us into orbital 2000. And we're getting there. We have a periapsis. Beautiful. I'm actually going to cut throttle again. Save fuel. Currently this shows our liquid fuel. And these stages are empty. So I am actually going to stage them. Boom. There they go. Bye-bye. So long. Farewell. And these stages are empty. So I'm actually going to stage them. Apply a little bit of throttle so we can get away from those guys. Bye-bye. We need to realign on the ball here, make sure that we keep our heading as well as our inertial heading true. Check the map. Alright, we're getting close. Period key allows you to speed up time. So the best time to adjust your periapsis, and conversely your apoapsis, is when you're at those points, or the opposition. So quickest way to raise your periapsis is to be at apoapsis. 108, 148, yeah, and now that's 2 minutes out again. Speed up time to get there quickly instead of real time. Apoapsis. 137 and 153. You know. Time. 6 minutes. Where is the Mun? It is there. Which is out of position for us if we want to go there. If you right click it, or if you left click it I guess, set as target. We need to wait till we come back around, which it's going to move in the meantime. 137 and 153. Not exactly a circular orbit, but you know, margin of error is like 5% there. Let's speed up time and get all the way around. Notice the time passing really fast up here. And you are limited by altitude and how fast you can warp time. Okay, so we actually, the guides, all the guides I've ever read have said 45 degrees, so from there to like there-ish. So I want to go and create a node, add this maneuver here, and, no, that's not going to work. So let's delete that node. It actually probably needs to be here then. Alright, zoom in so you're not clicking on the garbage. Add maneuver. We need to be... because as this stretches out, so the moon can catch us there. I'm going to go with no. Because as this stretches out, so the moon can catch us there. I'm going to go with no. It really doesn't... there we go. Maybe here. Add maneuver. It really doesn't... there we go. Maybe here. That looks pretty good. Zooming out, yeah, that looks... boom. Right there. So, that's going to capture us, and then we can create a burn that will drop us into that gravity well. So, that's going to capture us, and then we can... a 1 minute burn. Wow. Create a burn that will drop us into that gravity well. This is why you take all this fuel along. 1 minute burn. Wow. I suppose I have enough for a 1 minute burn. Yeah, let's go with that. We're going to hit that node in 1 minute 40, let's say 1 minute 35 seconds. Suppose I have enough for a 1 minute burn. Yeah, let's go with that. And, so we need to put the ball on here, so turn off your SAS, which is the letter T, and rotate over to the blue indicator. And, so we need to put the ball on here. Wait a second. I gotta look at my map. Which way am I heading? And rotate over to the blue indicator. Oh, SAS helps align yourself. So prograde is anything with the dot like that. Retrograde is anything where the lines are sticking out of your indicators. Trying to remember what the pink means. I think it has something to do with the target. But again, it's been months since I've played this, so our node is in T-minus 30 seconds, and we have an estimated burn of 1 minute 7 seconds. We got to close the gap here. 787, we'll call it, meters per second. 30 seconds, and we have an estimated burn of 1 minute 7 seconds. Do this in real time. Don't do this at any kind of accelerated. A, the math gets screwed up, and B, well, the computer won't let you, so, you know. Alright, node in 3, 2, I'm just going to fire it off, full throttle here. Hit the Z key. You'll notice your apoapsis starts increasing. 50 seconds remaining in the burn as of now. Mark. You'll notice this number start to go up drastically in the next few seconds. It might help to zoom out so you can see what's going on. Notice this number start to go up drastically in the next few seconds. It might help to zoom out so you can see what's going on. Faster and faster still. 2.5 million meters. Closing the gap. Start throttling back. 6, 5, 4, throttling back again. These are fine adjustments now that I'm making so that we can get the most accurate burn possible. Be prepared to cut burn in 3, 2, that's not, you know. And here it goes. Any second now. Kill engines. Alright, pretty quick. Pretty close. Difference of 11.6 meters per second. We have that much fuel. Let's check our tanks. Yeah, we're still really full on these two tanks. You can see their capacity is half. Difference of 11.6 meters per second. Just shy of half. Say 45%. Still really full. Center tank. It's going to be full, but overall capacity is what it's showing here. Alright, just shy of half, say 45%. We got a bit off target here. It's going to be full. Anyhow, capacity is what it's showing here. Alright, turn our lights back on. We got a bit off target here. Since we have our solar panel that charges us, alright, so this is showing our projected trajectory and our actual trajectory, and we'll see when we get there. I'm going to take a break for a moment. I will be right back. Alright, so this is showing our projected trajectory and our actual trajectory, and we'll see when we get there. I'm going to take a break for a moment. I will be right back. Alright, so this is showing our projected trajectory and our actual trajectory, and we'll see. Okay, mic check. Great. So, here we are. We can delete this node, which is old and done with. Okay, mic check. Great. So, so to get to here, if we mouse over 5 hours, 24 minutes, 10 seconds. Who wants to wait that long? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Okay, fine. Tap the period to time accelerate. Comma is decelerate time, but anyhow, yeah, we're warping time 1,000 times. We're gonna get there pretty quick, because I don't want to wait that long, and I don't have all night. Alright, here we go. Getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. Decelerating time. The mon's getting close. Or the moon, however you want to pronounce it. Decelerating time. One of the things to note, and I don't know if it still holds true with this particular update, this version, but decelerating as you get close to these nodes, where you get caught in the gravity well, is a good idea just because the math gets screwed up, or at least it used to, with the time acceleration. Decelerating as you get close to these nodes, where you get caught in the gravity well, is a good idea just because the math gets screwed up, or at least it used to, with the time acceleration. Just for the fun of it, let's get out of the map and let's take a look at where we are now in the spaceship. Alright, there's the planet, Planet Kerbin, and the sun. Just for the fun of it, let's get out of the map. Let's take a look. And the moon, which has more impact craters now that are visible, that we're closer. How much time do we have? 5 minutes. I'm going to do a brief spacewalk with old Jebediah here. Dude, EVA, look at how excited you are. Crew report? Sure, why not? Yeah. Oh, let's turn on his lights. So, EVA, look at that shadowing. That's freaking beautiful. Can I just say how much they like awesome to this rendering engine? Like the fact that you can do those things and see those effects. He's in the shadow now, and then we're illuminating and not illuminating and illuminating and not illuminating. All right, fine. I'll stop. Yeah. Jebediah, always excited, always thrilled at space travel. Okay, let's get back in because, you know. He's bouncing off. Things in space, objects in space. Firefly episode, you know. Back up. Not that fast, though. And to grab, B to board. Alright, we're back inside. Jebediah is safe. Alright, check the map. Oh, a short moonwalk. It was only like 2 minutes. Alright, come on, let's get our insertion going here. Increasing time warp. Again. Alright, we're getting close. Wait for the moon to capture us. 2, 1. Alright, now. If the moon is our target, we need to check. decelerate, because at 320 meters per second we're going to fly right by, so let's find our retrograde. Hold steady. I love SAS. Okay, holding steady here. Just a rotation, just a smidge, and fire engines. Go back to the map. And you can see our trajectory is going to change until it becomes in orbit. And then at some point we can circularize it. There's our periapsis. I'm actually going to wait until we get to our periapsis, because even though we haven't closed the loop, I don't want this to go through the planet, or the moon. Planetoid, dwarf moon, whatever you want to call it. The Mun. I don't want to directly land on it. I want to, you know, take the easy approach. Which one is quick save? Is it F6 or F5? F5 is your quick save. That's important to do when you're out here in space. Let's accelerate time. Yes, let's do the time warp again. Alright, because I don't want to spend an hour and a half waiting to get to periapsis. And again, because the best time to make maneuvers is at the top or the bottom of the orbit, or the trajectory. It'd be most effective there. Alright, let's turn off our SAS, and let's reacquire... Nope, to go into real time. So, turn off SAS. Look at how close we are. Beautiful. Alright, now let's adjust. Oh no! Oh, bad! This is why you quick save. Because you can hit F9 to load that quick save before you made the mistake. Oh my. Okay. Let's do the time warp again. We're not waiting around 4 hours to get to periapsis. Most effective maneuvers being the top and bottom of orbits. And you might have to get used to it, but yeah. Making sure that you slow down your time warp in time, because it can go pretty quick. And you could make some big mistakes. Alright, 5-minute window is good. Let's go back to our lander. Turn off SAS, begin our maneuver. How come can't? Power. How much power do I have? Oh no. Turn off my lights. Oh no. My solar panels can't get, they're blocked by Kerbin. Oh man, I'm blocked by the planet. I can't get power because I have my lights on. Oh, alright. Quick load, one more time. See what happens when you do silly, dumb things? Alright, turn off the lights, first of all. Yeah. And let's time warp. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly thingies. Okay. Look at that. Full electric charge. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I was wondering why my maneuvering wasn't working. There we go. Now, get us into our retrograde aspect. Okay. Let's go back to the map, tap M, throttle up, full throttle. Alpha axis closes, cut throttle. And
accelerate time to periapsis. Again, most efficient, effective time to maneuver. Top or bottom of the orbit or trajectory. And this time I'm just going to use a little bit of throttle. Pressing the shift key temporarily. Our orbit. We're adjusting, we're circularizing our orbit to get it down to 100 and change. Alright. Kill the thrust there because... So for my tank to be full, it needs to be 360, so I still have some fuel oxidizer in my extra tanks. F5 quick save, and then we circularize our orbit. Let's quickly get over time accelerate to periapsis. Again, most efficient burn. I know. I've said it over and over a number of times, but it's kind of important because efficiency is what it's about. You gotta save fuel. Let's adjust our aspect to appropriate. I don't have RCS. Can't use RCS. You don't have it. Reaction control system. Little tiny rockets that require fuel, monopropellant. The SAS stabilization system. That's just a bunch of gyros. Like what's in the Hubble telescope. Okay, let's give a small amount of throttle here. 150, 98. Okay, more throttle. Prepare to kill throttle there. Okay, so I'm gonna wait till I get to periapsis here before I drop down. Our orbit actually brings us. We could probably land in this giant crater here. I don't even know which one that is. We'll find out when we land there. So, accelerate time by tapping period key. Remember, comma will slow down time. Comma, 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 chameleon. Alright, I don't want to wait that long. Sometimes you don't even want to wait a minute, so you speed up time just a little. Or 3, or 2. Don't forget to turn off your SAS, readjust your position. Nope, not quite. Sometimes it helps to do the SAS. Some throttle. Periapsis, apoapsis. That's why it's also important, because now we can adjust our periapsis based on where we wish to land. Make some adjustments there. And boom. Okay. We're going to come up short of the big crater. Ooh, we could land in... No, not really. If you wish to make adjustments the other way, do we have the fuel to do it? Yeah. Let's go to our prograde indicator, which is all the way over here. And give it a little throttle, and extend it down, like that. In fact, I'm going to extend a little bit more. And then once we get to approximately here in our descent, actually I'm going to do a little bit more. Once we get to here in our descent, because we're going to drop like a rock when we start killing on our horizontal vector. Time warp. Turn on our lights again. Lights are also handy for landing. Slow down time, check the map. Okay, let's see, let's go. Lights are also handy for landing. Always pay attention to your church. Okay. Which you have to click this button in order to get this little menu deal to pop up. If you're not using any mods, which I've never played with any mods. Alright, let's check our lander, turn off SAS, go into a proper retrograde. Whoops, that's too far. Stabilize. We're going to rotate. Also, tap F5 to quick save. Anything goes wrong. From here to this point down, you can always start over. Now watch as we start our burn. Our periapsis is going to drop. Kill throttle. Okay, so we're going to land somewhere in this part of the moon. You don't want to land in that crater, but here's the thing. You're always going to overshoot by a certain degree based on your descent. So you can always, double check, float around, look at things, check the ball, make sure you're still in retrograde. So your inertial indicators can tell you one thing, your eyes will tell you another thing. I'm going to turn off lights for a second, and then I'm going to check, because my slope panel is pointing that way. Okay, as long as we don't land in the shadow of what we're landing on or the planet, I think we'll be good. So, turn the lights back on. They're going to come in handy when you're landing. Okay. I'm going to speed up time because I'm impatient. And I imagine you are as well. Okay. We are now in this position. Again, F5 to quick save, because we're coming in to approach. I'm going to go ahead and extend the landing gear. Again, there we go. Quick save, because we're coming in to approach. Check the map. You can actually zoom in quite a bit here. You're going to want to, because it'll help with certain things. You want to get your descent rate down. So you may want to begin your burn. Because we're only 6,000 meters. And we don't even know the altitude here. Check camera for radar altimeter. Radar altimeter tells us 3,000, coming up on 1, so that just passed 2,000, coming up on 1,000, and we're 1,000 now. Check your camera, check your thing, 3,700. May go even more. So 1,000 over 3,700 would be 1,700. Let's kill the throttle. We don't want to be going back up again. There's not a lot of gravity here, so you can kill your horizontal vector. And try to keep your ball. If you're retrograde, oh my, this is going to be tricky. Too much. Fortunately... No! Oh! Can I go? Oh! It just exploded. Too much. Jebediah is still alive because his command module is there. And this is why you load your quick save by holding F9. So, I haven't played this in a long time, and, you know, that's my first landing in months. Okay, so we're back here. Landing gear. Extend. So, you know, when you're going to fly an airplane, one of the things that you learn is what is a good landing versus what is a perfect landing. Do you know what a good landing is? It's one that you can walk away from. And you know what a perfect landing is? Perfect landing is where you use the airplane again. Same thing with spacecraft. So, you can walk away, it's a good landing. You can use the spacecraft again. Perfect landing. Alright, now, I already know this because I tried this once, but 1700 is our target. We want to get our speed down. Whoa. That was terribly, horribly wrong and bad. He is still cruising. I'm sorry, Jeb. I didn't mean to do that. Press and hold F9 to load your last quick save. Wow, that was horrible of me. Completely negligent. Alright, let's kick up some throttle here. We need to get our horizontal factor diminished significantly by the time we get to that altitude. Let's check fuel here too, because always pay attention to your fuel, because you might need to be jettisoning. You might need to jettison these tanks and engines, because frankly, that's mass, that's inertia. If you can get rid of it, you're going to need less energy, less fuel to slow your butt down and make an appropriate landing that is successful. Just saying. Also try and keep on the ball, because this is your inertial indicator versus your actual heading. Okay. Let's check the map. Oh, we gotta zoom in. And a little ball. And we're gonna land right about there. Cool base, which is, you know, there. Throttle up. Okay, full throttle, because that looks kind of scary in terms of our descent. Horizontal vector. Alright, what are we doing here? Ooh, that's just sheer luck. By the way, landing gear, these struts are rated at 14 meters per second. So if you can land at less than 14 meters per second, you're golden. Look at that. Boom. Oh my goodness. I am on. And I still have fuel in these tanks. How much? Oh my goodness. Cheers. So I'll probably have to eject those nearly as soon as I take off. When I leave. But, yeah. So, ladder, extend. Ladder, extend. So I'll probably have to eject those nearly as soon as I take off. When I leave. Look at this view. It's beautiful. We're inside this crater. Wonderful. Look at that. Ike. It's a long ways away. We're inside this crater. Alright, so inside of this crater there are additional craters, there's some rocks. It's a nice view of the galaxy. So, let's check out how our solar panels are performing. 0.72, energy flow is 1.37, out of a total of 1.6. Wonderful. Okay. Jeb, good old Jebediah, you're going on EVA. Let's climb down the ladder. Go play in some moon dirt, mun dirt. Okay. Oh, let's turn on your headlights. Look how happy he is. Yay! Jump! Jump really high. So by the way, this is forward. This is reverse. So if you ever want to see the face of your Kerbal while you're running along the surface of some distant interplanetary body, you actually have to go backwards, because the camera is always behind your Kerbal. So let's go. And here's what's really great. You can jump, hit R for your retro thrusters, and then you can actually fly on the moon, because gravity is so low. But you have to know, so shift is your up, control is down, and then your WASD controls give you your forward, reverse, left, right, blah, 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 blah. And you can travel pretty far with these retro thrusters. And if you right-click him, you can see how much propellant he has in his EVA tank. So I went pretty far on 0.43 liters, gallons, probably liters of fuel. Also, if you forgot to install ladders on your lander, it's a good way to get back up to where it needs to be. Alright, put the rockets away. We're frolicking on the moon. On the moon. Let's go a ways off here and plant our flag. Jump. EVA report? Brilliant. Save that. Keep that data. EVA report. Cancel. Review report. Mons East Crater. Okay. Plant flag. Mon East Crater. First landing in months. Whee. Okay. And let's head back to our spaceship, because we want to go home. Yeah. We use 0.66 liters of fuel. And keep on trucking, buddy. Alright, climb the ladder. Climb on. Hop on in. Retract our ladders. You You don't have to, but, you know, it's just a good idea. I mean, really, who launches with ladders sticking out of their spaceship? Come on, right? Okay. Here we are. We want to get there. Set as target. Not the debris. We want the planet. Why is it? You are bad, computer. Come on, really? Let me select the planet. I don't want the debris. Oh, wow, look at that. Focus Kerbin. Left click, right click, nothing's happening. What's going on, yo? Alright, where's my boy Jeb? Double click. Let's just turn off the map. There we go. Okay. So we're going to lift off, and we're probably going to dump these tanks. Well, 360 is the cutoff, so yeah. We're going to dump those tanks fast. Turn on stabilization, hit Z for full throttle. Dump the tanks. There we go. Let's adjust. Going. And since our escape velocity is so low, and altitude, like we can already begin our horizontal. Check this out. So, Apoapsis is already 17,000 climbing. Now let's put our gear up. Oops. Just click it once. Alright. Horizontal. Get that part of the vector going. How? Remember, if you stay along this 90 line, you're going to be pretty much horizontal. I'm going to cut that. There are weird sounds going on. Oh, the tanks must have crashed into the planet's moon's surface. Still gaining altitude, like quite rapidly. Greater than 100 per minute. Alright, how's our map looking? Wow, 70,000. So, let's wait till we get close to that, because, again, top and bottom, most efficient times to maneuver. We want prograde, so yeah, that's where we want it to be. Point that direction, full throttle. We'll coast for a minute. And 36 seconds. Speed up time. Full throttle. Let's find our periapsis. 59 and 76. 67. 101. Wow. Okay. Anyhow. How much fuel do we have? 244 out of 360. We have a lot. And we want to get to this planet. So let's create a maneuver node here. Not quite like that. Once we are captured, we can then maneuver again to slow us down and bring down our periapsis and apoapsis. We send a node, we're off by a degree. Okay, that's fine. I can live with 1 degree, 1 out of 360. That's less than 3/4%. Margin of error, yeah. 2.5%, a third of a percentage. Wow. Yeah, let's do that. We'll be captured by Kerbin there. And we're not going to do it in 5 hours because we have time acceleration. Wonderful thing. Alright, let's move, let's position our lander. There. Right here. Put it on the dot. Boom. And node in 16 minutes. I'm not waiting that long either. I don't know about you all. Okay, time accelerate. Doing the time warp again. How close are we here? And returning. Let's get back to real time. Hit the comma, slow down time. Adjust our position. Get out of there. Oh shoot, I left the lights on. Fortunately the engines still work. So once we get back out here, we'll get some sunshine, recharge our batteries. A little bit of engine, kill engine, a little bit of engine, kill engine. Okay, that's... yeah, I can live with that. And, 4 hours, 44 minutes. Alright, time accelerate, check battery. Yep, as soon as we got out of the shadow, started charging again. Good to go. We can delete this node. No longer used. So, things are happening. Slick panels are working. Plenty of fuel left. Check the map. Let's go even faster in time. Check our time warp, just in case. Why am I focused on here? I want to be... There we go. Double click on the lander. Time warp is great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, what's going on here? Apparently we got caught in gravity well again. Okay. Now we're out of it. So that's in real time. Comma. Chameleon. 10 million meters out. Let's check where we are here. Turn off SAS. Get into our retrograde. Turn back on the SAS with a T. As in Tango. You like to dance? Alright, and apoapsis is 10 million, periapsis is 7.6 million. Well, let's go full burn. Let's bring that down. Wow, all sorts of things are happening here. Craziness. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do now. I don't want to... Oh, because I went out in front. I should have went behind the moon. Oh. That's like a rookie mistake right there. Alright, well... Do it again. Drag along by the moon. The moon. Burning way more fuel than necessary. Wow, what's going on here? We're intercepting other satellites and things, and... Oh, this is a heck of a... way too... do it. Wow, we're just getting a straight shot back to the planet. Wow, that's just... Huh. See what happens when you have more than enough fuel, like you can screw up and then things... Yeah, alright. Time warp. Hopefully we're going to land soon. Fast time warp. See, if I'd gone the other way off the moon, if I'd gone off this way, instead of in front of the moon, go behind the moon next time. Much better results. Because I jumped out and I fell back into the gravity well of the moon. Alright, here we are. Now we are captured by Kerbin again. And I don't even know what all this craziness is going on over here. Set a target? No. I want to planet. Focus is Kerbin. Set Kerbin as a target. How do I... So if we actually... Here's what's really crazy. We could almost land back at the Space Center, like where we took off from. To do that, we need to extend our orbit. Turn off SAS, go into prograde. Oops. Go back into real time, comma. SAS is off, go back into prograde. This is wild. Down, need RCS, down, right, down, right. Counterclockwise, another right. Throttle a bit. Okay, we're going to extend this. And that's probably good. So by the time the rocket's fired and we're descending through the atmosphere, somewhere around here, we can land fairly close to where we took off from. I mean, we'll see just how good I actually am. I'm not waiting a day. Speed up time. Whoa. Oh, seriously? I just overshot. Bloody hell. Alright. Speed up time. How fast are we going? There's 1,000, there's 10,000. I went way too fast. Oh. We're here. Retrograde. Full throttle. Full burn. What is our altitude? We're not going to land back at the Space Center, by the way, because we overshot by a day. Screwed it all up. 62,000. Yep. Coming down. This is what we're doing. Turn on the lights. We gotta get our speed down, because if you check the map where our apoapsis is, still way out there. See, this is why you quick save and load and quick save and, load. You screw something up, you can always go back and fix it. At this point, I think I'll be lucky to get a water landing. From where we are? Yeah. Keep adjusting. Check the map. It's coming down, come down. We're landing on the dark side, or on the meridian at least, almost the dark side. I'm going to turn off lights for a moment because our battery's draining faster than our solar panels are charging. Fuel. It's looking like it's going to be a water landing, kids. And fuel's done. Water landing. I didn't put a separator here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if we can land. My parachute's not big enough for this much mass. Oh, man. Snap. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna find out. In any event, we're coming down to the atmosphere. We got our orbital speed down slow enough. Our trajectory is going to bring us... Trying to adjust so I can see better in the light. Somewhere in the water, which that helps. At least we're not landing on solid ground. When is this debris going to fall out of the sky? It's just hanging out there. Oh, it's got orbital velocity. It's at 2,200 meters a second. It's going to stay there for pretty much forever. Eh. That's just drama. Okay, so... Let's continue to adjust. We should put our solar panel away. Put the solar panel away. Put the solar panel away. Oh, it's gonna break. I know it. Yep, there it went. Sorry. We are supersonic. Yeah! Oh my goodness. Is it gonna hold up? Come on, please tell me, please tell me. We're accelerating so fast. Look at that. Holy smokes. We just dropped a couple hundred meters per second in like seconds, 300. We're down to 7, 6, 5. Wow. Whoa, no. Oh my word. Oh. Whoops. Can we rotate? Come on, turn off the SAS, get us back around. We don't have enough to get us back. Maybe if I can wobble us. You know, like when you're on a swing. There, hold. Steady, please. Oh, no. Keep wobbling. Tick, tock, tick, tock. There, hold. Steady, please. Oh, no. Pull the chute. Alright, that's going to give us additional acceleration. At 500 meters, we should go full. Oh my. Wow. That's actually... The chute was enough. I can't believe it. Wow. I mean, 8 meters per second is nothing to scoff at, but still. I lost the solar panel because I didn't close it in time when I was supposed to. We have barely any power left. Good thing I turned the lights off. I remember to do that at least. You know what, for the last few meters, let's turn on the lights. And we're down. Look at that. Splash down the whole kit and caboodle. Brilliant. I don't even remember looking at you during this whole thing, but I hope you're happy and you're satisfied with how that went, because good grief, that was scary for a minute. Craziness. Well, close. How do I... Research and development. Tracking station. This is where I go to recover. Alright, Moonlander 3, Splashdown. Recover. Are you sure you want to recover this vessel? Yes, because it's got Jeb on board. 32 science, 48 science, yeah, next. Part value. See, this is why I want to put parachutes on everything and let it gently fall back to the surface, is because you get money back. You know? Jebediah, you got 7 XP, advanced to level 1. I thought he had way more than that, but then again, I haven't updated this game in a while. Alright, debris, we're going to... This debris, we'll terminate it. I don't want that flying around out there. More debris. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to risk the chance of running into it. Alright, nobody's out there. Get some more debris. No probes, little flags. Oh, we have flags here. What's the one we just put? The Monkeys Crater. Boom. Right there. On year 1, day 15. I love it. I'm home alive. Rescue. Rescue landing. Where's the rescue? It's like out in the middle of... Oh. It's on the planet. I'm home alive. Seems to be the same flag. Is it going to take me there? Huh. Wow, there's like 3 flags here. That's brilliant. Okay, what does it say? Rescue landing. Yeah, anyhow. Space Center. Kerbal Space Center. Alright, I think that's it for the bottle. It was good. It's a Malbec. 2014. Patagonia, Argentina, Schroeder Estate. Can you see that? Right. Let's rotate it this way, and then go this way. A little more rotation. I don't know if you can read that on that camera. Anyhow, that's the Malbec. It's good stuff. I like Malbecs, personally. Alright, so, Space Center. You can hide flags. Unknown. Interesting. Alright, let's go back. To our rocket. I guess we need to load it again because it's not there. Moonlander 3. Moonlander 3. Okay, so everything was pretty sufficient in terms of capability, thrust to weight ratio. We can actually see center of lift. It's way down there. As it ought to be. Center of thrust is there. It's respectable. Center of mass is there. Zoom out so you can see all 3. Center of mass, center of thrust, and then center of lift. Lift, thrust, mass. You generally want your mass to be somewhere around the center. If it's too low, it's gonna like topple over. You know, it's gonna like fall over. If it's too high, you can get some stuff going on down low, some oscillations back and forth. It'd be hard to steer. So you want to put your center mass as close to what visually looks center as possible. Center of thrust, that looks pretty good. I mean, ultimately, you know, center of lift. You always want that below, because otherwise your center of lift is too high. Like, it's going to be a slow takeoff. Like, there's just way too much mass for things to be moving about, doing things. Yeah, so that's it. Landing on the moon, wrecked the first 2 times. Use F5 to quick save before you do set Rex, so that you can always, you know, press and hold F9 to reload and start over and try again. But yeah, this is the rocket that does it for me. We've got a nice big heavy lift in the middle. A couple of fuel tanks that are these guys here, the FLT-800s. So each of them holds 360 units of fuel. So that's 720 times 4 is like 2,900 units of fuel. Where's that center guy, which is basically just an engine with a fuel tank attached to it, you know. Fuel's 2880. And then remember to attach them in what's called an asparagus configuration. So if you look top down, you can see these external tanks will empty first. Since they're attached, they empty at a constant and similar, equal rate. They're not going to empty at different rates. This fuel line provides for this other fuel tank system here. So this will actually empty pretty quick. So pay attention to your launch sequence. As you kick those off, you're going to eliminate that mass. Remember, your acceleration is dependent on how much mass you have versus thrust. So, the more mass you can lose while still maintaining the equal amount of thrust means your acceleration will go up. So you kick those guys off via these, you know, separators here. So now these tanks are going to be mostly full, and this center tank will still be absolutely full. And then as you continue on upwards, these you can stage at the second stage, so now you're left with only this center fuel tank, which is actually a tank plus an engine. This guy here, the LFE Care 1x2 twin-bore liquid fuel engine. Now this is something, if you're in career mode, it's going to take a while to get to. You'll have to accomplish certain things, get enough money, blah 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 blah, in order to achieve this particular engine. If you're in Sandbox, I think everything is available. Like, you can just use whatever you want. In any event, this is a pretty phenomenal engine. It performs well. There's this little nose cone adapter that you'll want to use in order to get it to connect to these smaller tanks and engines, which are also connected by this stack separator. So, that particular, it's probably under structural, I think. Yeah, the Rockomax brand adapter. So Rockomax, they make big engines, big fuel tanks. And as you drop down to smaller tanks and engines, or in this case the stack separator, you'll need that adapter to connect the two together. Now the stack separator, the decoupler, is really handy because that's what allows you to separate stages. It's this indicator over here. Notice in number 3 on the right-hand side. So there's the indicator. If you mouse over it, it highlights here. If you mouse over the decoupler, it highlights over there on that side. It's a good way to find it and see it. So that allows you to separate those stages from one another. And it comes in pretty handy. There's also a larger decoupler separator for the Rockomax brand stuff. So if you have a bunch of these guys, the center doodad here, rocket engines, if you have a bunch of those stacked together, you can actually separate them. Because again, eliminating mass is going to improve your situation for the given amount of thrust and fuel that you have. So it's important to do those things. The next stage that I use to get to the MUN is this 4-5 tank system, really, because of the center tank and so on. Shift and mouse wheel will zoom you in. Again, configured in an asparagus configuration. So this tank to this tank, and then this tank finally into the center tank. And you do that for both pairs. Don't forget your solar panel, because your battery might run out at some point. The battery on the command module is only 50 units of energy. You can add a battery if you want to, which is probably under utility. Let's see here. There's a variety of battery packs. There's these square battery packs you can stick on the side. There's these circular battery packs that go in here, and they have various capacities, which you can see. So 1,000 charge, 200 charge, and then 400 charge these. And then this little, or this massive battery. Sorry, the picture is a bit confusing. 4,000 units of battery charge. Anyhow, so don't forget battery power, especially if you have lights. But anytime that you have any kind of maneuvering like the SAS or the advanced SAS, that takes energy, that takes electricity. You've got to have battery backup for that, because the 50 units that are in your command module, it probably won't last that long throughout the mission, even if you're just going to the moon. How perfect is that? Jeb's Junkyard and Spaceship Parts, and Jeb was the one that I took on the mission. So, scaffolding is handy to keep your rocket to, hold it up off the platform. It's kind of nice. Support struts, remember, because the stack separator between this stage and the launch stage, it'll shake, it'll wobble, it'll fall apart if you're launching and you're pushing too hard. You've got full throttle on all of these engines down here, these thrusters going full throttle. You're probably going to break something. So having these struts and supports, very important. Keep that in mind. And then having the appropriate parachute on top to handle load. As we learned, it actually handled this, the command module, this advanced SAS, and this fuel tank with landing gear and the engine. It got down to 8.6 meters per second, I think, which is completely sufficient as a landing goes. Landing struts like these can handle up to 14 meters per second, as far as what they're capable. Yeah, here it is. Crash tolerance, no, 12 meters per second. I take that back. It's 12, not 14. But in any event, this center fuel tank, once emptied, this SAS, these ladders, this command module, and the landing struts, this single parachute, we can go into utility, we can look at that parachute, which is that Mark 16 parachute. It was actually sufficient to bring everything down to an 8.6-ish meter per second stellar rate, we'll call it. So, I mean, ideally, if it was just that parachute in the command module, like, you would slow down so much, you would have practically no, velocity on the command module. What is that? Micro landing strut. Crash tolerance is 10 meters per second. Interesting. I might start using some of this stuff. There's a launch escape system. More lights. What is this? ISRU converter. Mobile processing. I can take raw materials and even trace amounts of oxygen and hydrogen and crack them into useful fuel products. When operated by a skilled engineer, you will be able to operate with better efficiency. I'm guessing that's when you land on some other astral body. This is a big parachute here. Mark 16 XL parachute. Look, it's massive in comparison. Let's zoom in so you can see. Look at how big that parachute is. It's huge. This is a big parachute here. Mark 16 XL parachute. Got a parachute floating in. Where? That zoom is impressive. Anyhow. Sector 3 rocket ship. That's what got me there. It makes me wonder what it would take to get like a command module. Let's look at our pods. Like one of these. A Mark III cockpit. That holds 3 crew. Minimum of 1. Right? But look at how big that thing is. It's huge. It's like, that's what you make the space shuttle out of. In Kerbal Space Program. Like, this is space shuttle size relative. Like, if you consider the Apollo missions that went to the moon, like, there is a massive amount of real estate over here. Like, let's zoom in. This is like economy class. This is like, I'm staying at the Best Western Motel Inn. Whereas this over here is like, yeah, I'm staying at the Hilton. I got the suite, like presidential. I got all kind of square footage, cubic footage, like space in excess. Yeah. You don't put one of those on one of these. It just doesn't happen because that's crazy. How about the Mark II cockpit? A little bit smaller, more aerodynamic. That's the sort of thing that's used for flight operations in ammo. Look at how sharp and pointy that is. Yeah. It's sleek. It's fast. You can build an SR-71 out of one of those. There was a command module at one time, which apparently I do not have, which looks very similar to the command pod that holds 3 astronauts. Or 3 Kerbals. 3 Kerbals. Oh, this is interesting. I've never seen these buttons before. Wonderful. In any event, this has been fun. I really enjoyed this little blast pass, so to speak. Because I haven't played this in a while. There's Moonlander 3, the updated engineer electric charge generated lack storage capacity, unused monopropellant, yeah, blah 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 blah. Who cares? Size 19.5 meters tall, 8.4 wide, 11.6, 111.6 tons. Yeah, most of the time I just eyeball this stuff. I'm not too worried about it. So, as it is, fairly easy to get to the moon once you have a handle on it. Getting there, that's half the battle. It's kind of tough. Because figuring out escape velocity, knowing when you're using too much fuel at a particular time, because you don't want to be inefficient getting to orbit. That could, if you're inefficient getting to orbit, that can ruin your window to get to the moon, the Mun. So make sure that you maximize your efficiency in that respect. Take advantage of all of the realities, if you will, of this video game, because they do try to make it accurate. Granted, it's a scale version of Earth and physics of what actually occurs here, but it's still really a lot of fun to mess with and play with and get your hands on. So, yeah. Let's see what other rockets I've got in here before we leave. Sure, let's save it. I don't even know what changes I made. Something. High altitude decoupler. What does that look like? Ooh. Yeah. It's, yeah. 909 test. What is the 909? SRB. A small liquid fuel tank with whatever engine, and another small tank, something interesting. Booster and separatron test. Oh, look, it's got wings. static coupler. So a bunch of SRBs, some liquid engines, and then finally another solid rocket. A small solid rocket booster. Wow, that's terribly interesting. Booster in orbit. Wait a second. This looks absurd. What's going on here? Separating. Wait a second. This is one of those really super asparagus. Oh my. Where's the last? Interesting. It doesn't even go. Oh wait. This is one booster. That's why it's not asparagus. This middle engine here. Zoom out. So this middle engine here is a solid rocket booster. There's a mission where you have to get that to orbit before you fire it off. It's absurd. It's really absolutely crazy. So a bunch of little SRBs get everything rolling, right? Gets you up to speed. You kick those off, the liquid engines take over to maintain and then carry you through your overpressurization, like when you get through all that. But you have to get the solid rocket booster into orbit before you can fire the SRB. It's crazy. Like the missions they come up with in this game are just a little bit absurd. So that's why this asparagus configuration ends with these other stages and not the center. I just realized that if you look closely, that's an SRB. That's this engine here, or maybe this engine, right? Solid fuel booster. So you have to get that into orbit first before you fire it off, are the conditions of that mission. It's crazy. It's kind of boggles the mind. I did it though, apparently. Look at all these things. LFB test, LVT-45 mainsail engine. What is that? That sounds big. Ooh, my. That's huge. Is that the mainsail engine? That is the mainsail engine. Look at that. And obviously I want to save it because there's all kind of parachutes on it. High altitude coupler. Oh, here, look at that one. Mission 1, Mission 2. What are these missions? Orbit 1, 2, Orion test. That was an expensive one. Whoa! Oh, this was from when the Orion launched last year. When they tested it, I wanted to do my own test. See this right here. How come I don't have that in my command modules, my command pods? Come on now. You're killing me, Smalls. What did you guys do? Alright, come on, y'all. Where is this thing? Right here. That's what I want. Why do I not have that right now? I have this command module, I have a... Wow, an instrumency. Must be for a rover. It's command and control. I've not seen or used that yet before. Do you know? I don't. Structural, aerodynamic, utility, science. It's not science. M700 survey scanner. This is the Mark 1-2 command pod. How come I no longer have access to that? Come on, y'all, you're killing me. Like, it should be in here. I have a rocket that has this. This is like what they used to go to the moon with in the Apollo missions. I mean, hell, even Mercury was... Well, was Mercury 1 or 2 or 3? Well, because Gus Grissom... I think Mercury was only 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mercury was only 1. Apollo was when you got to the 2 and 3s. But still, why is this not in my inventory? What happened with these updates? Come on, y'all. But look at that. It's beautiful. It's just like the Orion test they did recently. I mean, look at that rocket. The only exception is that these are not orange like these gigantic Rockomax Jumbo 64 fuel tanks. These are Rockomax X200 fuel tanks. They're, you know, half the size. But still, it's a beautiful rocket. And these massive engines down here. Look at these things. Mainsail liquid engines. So if we go to engines, we look up the mainsail. Skipper, where's the mainsail? Come on, give me the mainsail. Right here. Look at that. Max thrust. ASL. It's 1379. In a vacuum, it's 1500. It's huge. It's just absolutely massive amounts of thrust. Look, the engine ISP, the impulse is 285 in the ASL, and it's 310 in a vacuum. And it's gimbaled, so it has 2 degrees of vectoring range, so you don't necessarily need fins to guide it into the atmosphere. It's great. It really is great. I mean, mainsail liquid engine. 3 of those bad boys right there. Boom. Alright, what other rockets we got that apparently they're not? Poodle engine test, Orion test, Rockomax decoupler, orbit test, space rescue. That just sounds cool. I haven't done that. Oh! Whoa! What is this thing? Let's back that up. Oh, look at all that. So there's some lights to show the rocket, and lights shine on whoever we're rescuing. There's a big honking parachute there, and some monopropellant fuel. Look at that. And there's our RCS thrusters. If you look here, so RCS thrusters, reaction control system. This is what allows you to maneuver when you're really close and you're at low velocities, connecting to another spaceship, satellite, space station. A couple of solar panels for power. Parachutes when we land because, you know, we need them. Solid rocket boosters, big liquid engine, another big liquid engine. Wow, that's crazy. That's interesting way of how I got there. Parachute issues, of course. Command pod has crew assignment, but no parachute attached. I know. We did find a parachute in the same separation station. Make sure it's attached correctly. Yeah, but it looks like it's attached correctly, or at least reasonably so. Crazy, I know. So I think, you know, got a lot of rockets here. I haven't used them in a while. Months. Really? What's a tiny Rockomax? It's only 80 parts. That's not a Rockomax. That has nothing to do with Rockomax. Those are all weird. It's kind of funny to go and look back on things that you have built and wonder. Various orbital tests, various engine tests. There's a probe with stuff. Oscar B fuel tank, rechargeable battery bank. Your probe always needs batteries. Just first thing you do when you put the probe in, put a battery under it. Very first thing you do. Just don't even bother with anything else. Immediately put a battery on it because it needs a battery. After that, follow that up with some sort of generator or solar panels because, you know, it's a probe. It's electronic. It needs power. Now this is interesting. Some tanks attached additional side engines. Does this thing even fly? It doesn't even look like I ever used it. Weird. It doesn't have any scaffolding to hold it up off of the launch pad. That's crazy. S1 SRB orbit test. Take a look. Holy moly! Oh, that's the big SRB. Oh my. Huh. Really? Holy smokes. Does this really even... What? Wait a second. These are SRBs here. These are liquid fuel tanks. Massive liquid fuel tanks. These are the mainsail engines. Or the twin bore, they're actually even bigger. And there's this giant SRB in the middle, the kickback. Oh, the orbit test for the S. Holy smokes. So what I was talking about earlier, this is the larger version of the SRB. You have to get this into orbit. Not just, you know, apogee trajectory and anything, in orbit. And then fire it off. And in order to do that, because it's massive, what's the mass on this? 6.5, no, that's not right. This one, 19.5. Look at that amount of solid fuel. 2,600 solid fuel. Mass is 19.5, costs us 1,500 units, whatever. But you have to get that gigantic piece of thing into orbit. Not just in space, but in orbit. And my solution was this madness here. Like these fuel tanks do have engines because they are driving. See the fuel line there? They are asparagus into these twin bores. There's two twin bores. And these are the fuel tanks that you use on the flippin' space shuttle. Plus, like in addition to. And it ends up being two of these twin bores getting into orbit to put this one SRB up there to test it. It just seems absurd. Wow. And to think that I did that, yeah, it's kind of wild. Giant flipping rockets, you know, throwing giant things into space. It just kind of boggles my mind. It works, it happened, and it looks like that. Like, hello space, we have a target painted on you. Here is Bullseye. Yep. Alright, well, you know what? I'm gonna call that good. Been quite the night. Crashes, explosions galore. Good bottle of wine that's now gone. And a nice walk down memory lane. So, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, you know, click, like, share, all that stuff. And maybe I'll see you on the flip side with the next game. Alright? Happy Thursday. And enjoy your weekend if I don't see you. Good night.